everyone. Hey, let's talk money. Let's talk money today. Hi, how are you? How are you today? How is your money? How's your money this week? How are you doing with your investments this week? Did you make a lot of great investments? Did you make a lot of forward progress? Did you learn about yourself as it relates to what it is that you're wanting to do to create brand new dreams into your world? Create the funding for your dreams, really create amazing impact that your heart wants to have in this world. And therefore, I'm sure that takes some assets, right? It takes a little money. It takes some planning. It takes some creation. It takes some wealth creation. It takes some money management, right? So, hi, I'm Lynn Kitchen, and I'm here every Friday afternoon, right here to give you an opportunity to talk about money, because this is an opportunity to take advantage of the possibility that I might be able to answer some questions that you have, since I have a strong background in money management. 34 years was my first career in money management. And I am absolutely delighted to spend an afternoon with you to talk about money, to answer any questions that you might have. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just arriving into the Facebook and or LinkedIn, uh, YouTube, I want to just welcome you. Make sure that you feel like you are in the right place, because this is Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific, and this is time for Let's Talk Money. So do you have any questions for me today? If you do, welcome. Put them in the chat. I'm delighted to take an opportunity to answer any questions. And yes, 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 yes. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here today. Betty. Hi, Betty. Where are you calling in from today? Where are you chatting in from? Vancouver. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Betty. I'm so happy to have you here. And Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Hey, nice to see you. Wonderful. How are you today? How was your Friday afternoon? How was the end of your week? And how would you like to talk some money? Do you have any questions for me? Yeah. Okay, good, good. One of the questions that I've been receiving all week long is, what is wealth management? Because this week I have been giving an amazing free workshop. It's called 5 Days to Creating Your Wealth Creation, Your Wealth Money Freedom, 5 Days to Money Freedom. And it's been an amazing 5 days. In fact, today is the last day of this 5-day free workshop. If you haven't signed up for it, it's not too late to just jump in on the last day, because tonight we're going to be giving we're going to open the doors so that we can give you an opportunity to join me in March for Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic. And so I just want to invite everybody who's here today. Hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here today, Anne. And we're just delighted to have you on Let's Talk Money on the Friday afternoon. So I was just telling everyone that I am delighted to invite you all over to my website, lynnekitchen.com. And if you go there, you can go to the Financial Clinic tab and just drop down to the enrollment link, because today we are opening enrollment to Money Talks for Women. Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic opens today, and that's going to give you an opportunity to enroll in this March class group. Now, this is an opportunity for you to learn about money management, what it's going to take to become an ace money manager ladies, because that is what I believe inside every woman is already an money manager just waiting to become empowered so that you can make better money management decisions, have more confidence in creating the kind of wealth that I know that you deserve and that you want, and also being able to have more knowledge about this thing called the financial industry. How many of you would love to have a little bit more confidence and more knowledge as it relates to investments? How many of you would love to have more confidence and more knowledge as it relates to managing your money over time so that you have plenty to retire on, so that you have enough to fund all of your dreams, so that you can make the impact that you want to make in this world today, right? Would you all like that? Well, I invite you then to Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic. I'm opening the doors. We actually opened officially last night in day 4 of our free workshop. And today is our last day of the free workshop. You're still invited. And all you need to do is go to lynnekitchen.com, go to the tab called Financial Clinic, drop down, and you get 2 choices. One choice is the enrollment choice for this coming month's March's classes. And then the other tab is the free workshop that we're going to be completing tonight. And so you still have an opportunity if you want to join me tonight. We're starting in just a couple of hours. In two more hours will be the last and final day 5 of 5 days of a free amazing workshop. It's just been so much fun, and we've been having lots of ladies join with questions all about how do I create my financial freedom? How do I start right now today to create financial freedom over the rest of my life? Because it's doable, it's learnable, and it's something that I love. I love, love, love teaching. So we're opening the doors, and you're invited. We're opening the doors to March enrollment for the Financial Clinic for Women. It's amazing. It's called Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic, and it's opening this March. Now, what does that mean? Well, we have courses for beginners. If that's you, you're going to be delighted to receive a beginning, what I call financial roadmap, where you can begin a plan to live on purpose, a plan to live on purpose. And every beginner receives this quite amazing financial worksheet that helps you to create your goals and milestones and begin right where you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have, whether you're in debt, you must start somewhere. So if you're starting at the beginning level, we have a beginning course for you. These are 1-month courses that is 3 weeks of classes plus one-on-one meeting with me, whether I will be consulting with you on how to really create a financial plan over your lifetime that helps you to create the goals that you want to achieve in your financial affairs so that you can have financial freedom in your lifetime. Does that sound good? How many of you would love that? And then we have intermediate classes. For those of you who have a little bit more experience or who have already gone through the beginning class and want to continue, we have intermediate classes where we dive just a little bit deeper into what it is going to create, or what is it going to take to make financial decisions with clarity and confidence. And that's going to give you an introduction into the financial markets, into investing, and how to make better decisions as an investor. And then we have an advanced section for those of you who have a lot more experience in the investment business or as a portfolio investor yourself. Then you would qualify in the advanced class. Or if you had already taken the beginning and intermediate class, then you get a chance to be in the financial clinic advanced class. Now, these classes are small and intimate. We have about, less than 10 to 12 ladies in each one of these classes. So we have an opportunity to do an awful lot of personalized consultation and personalized question and answering. And it's an opportunity for you to really have a safe place where you can ask all of the questions that you have. And we're just absolutely delighted to begin. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne, my dear friend. I'm so glad that you're here, Suzanne. Happy Friday. How are you? How are you, Suzanne? Happy Friday to you. How's your money? Here we are. We're this is Money Talks for Women, and specifically on Fridays. Specifically on Fridays, every Friday we come together, and this is Let's Talk Money. This is our Let's Talk Money time, 3 o'clock every Friday afternoon. So if you have any questions for me, I am absolutely here. You're doing great, Suzanne. I'm happy to hear it. Doing great. Glad to hear it. This is kind of like a TGIF on Friday afternoons where we come together, ladies, and we absolutely talk about what's on our mind, what's the most important thing that's important to us and our money on a Friday afternoon. So what's been important to you this week? What's been important to you? Suzanne says, I just bought my I-Series bonds. Suzanne, congratulations. We've been talking about what is an I bond, which is in the government, the United States government issues savings certificates called I bonds. And you were able to go online at treasurydirect.gov. We've been talking about that for the last 2 or 3 weeks, Suzanne, and you've been here. Suzanne has been here for the last several weeks, and you took the information, didn't you? And you studied it, and you went on to the website of the government, treasurydirect.gov, didn't you, Suzanne? And you researched it for yourself, and today you bought it? That's amazing. Good for you. You bought, was this your first purchase of a savings certificate from the United States government, Suzanne? You know what? That's quite an achievement. I want to just take a moment to commend Suzanne for taking an action step that represents a triple A safe. Yes, her first investment in a United States savings bond. United States savings bonds represent triple A in the ranking. That's the highest kind of safety ranking that you can buy. And it's extremely safe. The United States government guarantees that they will pay you your money back. Plus, in the case of these I bonds, they are paying an interest rate right now of 6.86%. Oh my gosh, where can you find that in your bank? Where can you find that? CDs don't even pay that, but the United States government does. And so, Suzanne, congratulations. You took a bold action. You took a bold step. You should be proud of yourself, because that means that you are beginning to save your money in a way that you're making a very, very good choice for that part of your money that needs to be saved. And I do know that I bonds have a minimum savings time frame of 1 year. So you have to keep it in there for 1 year. And I know that you're ready to do that in order to get that kind of interest rate, which makes sense, right? You have to have some kind of a time frame in order to incur that kind of an interest rate payment back to you. But that's a very smart move. And I just want to say, yay for you. And thank you for coming to Let's Talk Money to learn about that. Because, many women would love to know that information, and most women just don't have access to learning about financial choices. But if you just keep coming back here on Friday afternoon, we'll be talking about ways that you can make better financial choices over your lifetime. And as I was mentioning before, I'm inviting you back because this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to jump into Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic. Now, when does that begin? The financial clinic Actually, our inaugural classes started in January of this year, January of 2023. So I filled up my classes. We filled them up within 5 days. They were full. We had to close the doors because we only take a small group of ladies in each one of the sections: beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So if you're interested in jumping into one of these courses, we begin in March, the first full week of March. So on Monday, March 6th, March 7th, and March 8th, we will be having financial courses starting with the beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Now that only gives you a week to get started, to get signed up. And we've just opened the doors. We've just opened enrollment. I'm inviting you, if you're listening to this, either live or on the replay, you don't have too much time because March is just around the corner. You know, February is going out and March is coming in, and March is going to come in like a lion. March is going to come in like a lion, and it's going to go fast. And these courses fill up very fast, as you can imagine, because I am teaching the very best investment basics that most women have never been taught. You know, just think about it. Where do you go to learn good investment basic principles? Most women have never learned them. They don't know where to go to learn them. And you can go online, of course, and learn them on your own. But why not have a safe place where you can come with like-minded ladies, ask all the questions you want, and learn the basics of how to create wealth for yourself, long-term wealth for yourself. And that's called the Financial Clinic. So you're invited. And I'm just going to put my, I'm going to just put my information up here so that you can go to, you can go to the website, and I can just add it right here. So you can go to the website, lynnekitchen.com, lynnekitchen.com. And right there, you can go to Financial Clinic. There's a little tab, Financial Clinic, drop down, and you'll see the enrollment right there. And if that's not easy, I don't know what is. So just go right to lynnekitchen.com, to the Financial Clinic, drop down for the enrollment tab, and you can come join us. But don't wait too long, because these classes are going to fill up really fast, and I'm so excited. But let's get back to Suzanne. Suzanne, you are my hero today. You are my hero today. Let's see what you have to say. Suzanne says, yes, I bought my first I-Series bond today, and it's smarter than putting money into a risky 401k plan right now, where, some 401k plans right now require you to take a little bit more risk, because that's usually means that it is an investment of mutual funds or ETFs, where it's a little bit more risk. But this is a very, very safe investment that you've started with, to put your money in a safe space where you can then get to it after 1 year, and you can invest that. And I understand, Suzanne, that you are saving for a special purpose. We won't tell everybody what that is, but I have spoken with Suzanne, and I know that she's got a special goal that she is saving for. And that goal is about a 2 or 3 year goal down the road. And so this is a perfect opportunity for her to save with AAA rating, and save that money wisely and receive 6.8%. And if inflation continues to go up, those I bonds continue to pay higher interest rates as well. So she's got her money in a very, very safe and wise place that moves up if inflation moves up. So we want to give you a high five, thumbs up, and way to go. Way to go, Suzanne. You're our hero for the day. Now, I just wanted to go back to a big question that was on the plate here. I've been asked this question all week, and that is, well, what is wealth management? Because I've been teaching for 5 days how to start now to create financial freedom for yourself. Financial wealth is financial freedom for yourself. So what is wealth creation? What is wealth management? Well, really, wealth management has to do with managing your assets, managing your income in such a way that you learn how to allocate your income so that you can purchase assets over time that then grow in value for you. Those assets that grow in value for you create wealth over time, because the idea is that later those assets should be worth a lot more. Therefore, the money that you invest today grows over time, so that you have plenty of money in the future to live on. So you want to create a retirement plan so that it grows over time, that inside that retirement plan and in your own personal trust account or your own personal investment accounts, that you are purchasing assets very smartly that will grow over time and even pay you income while you're waiting, like Suzanne just made a really smart investment. So building wealth over time and managing that wealth over time usually and always means that you need some expertise. You need some understanding of what the financial markets are doing. What does it take to purchase a quality asset? What kinds of assets are determined to be quality? Which ones will move up over time in a way that creates wealth for you? And how do you manage that? Well, there's an entire industry called the wealth management industry. And there's a little bit of confusion going on about that. So I thought I would just take a moment to clarify what is wealth management as it relates to the industry of finding investment managers to help you manage your wealth. Well, as many of you know, in the investment advisory industry is very, very, very broad. And there's a lot of different names and designations for investment professionals that are licensed and have gone through a series of tests and licenses and study for years to achieve certain certifications that qualify them to manage money for others. Now, that is a professional designation that is varied in nature. Most of them are designations that are given by the government, the financial government, that this SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, regulates the financial industry and provides different courses for investment professionals that they have to comply with and take these courses, so that then they can have a license to give professional advice to the public, to investors. And there's different levels of advice. They can give advice if they have the right designation. A personal investment planner, for example, has the ability to give advice. And a consultant, a financial consultant, which is what I am right now, has the ability to give advice. Then there are investment professionals that have designations, some of which start with, for example, registered investment advisors. That is a specific designation, a specific designation. That's called an RIA, registered investment advisor. And those investment advisors really are designated to be able to manage your portfolios. They are authorized to advise clients on different securities and actively manage your portfolios. So you pay fees to them, registered investment advisors. You pay fees, usually a percentage of the assets that they are managing for you. And right now, I would say the going rate that registered investment advisors charge is approximately 1% of the assets that you have under management. So to give you some perspective, in my first career, I was a professional registered investment advisor with all of the designations. As a matter of fact, I was a principal of two registered investment advisory firms, which gave me the additional designation as a principal that can be an executive owner and manager of the investment advisory firm. And that gave me additional licenses to not only manage a registered investment advisory firm, but also manage individual portfolios for a fee. So my company would directly receive fees from investors that would hire us to manage their money. Okay. Now there are other designated groups of licensed professionals, one of which is called Chartered Financial Analyst, a CFA. Chartered Financial Analyst is usually they can start becoming a registered investment advisor and then become a chartered financial analyst, which is an additional study toward a deeper designation. That deeper designation includes accounting, economics, money management, and security analysis. And just for the record, I went through that deeper dive myself and completed 2 out of the required 3 years to become a chartered financial analyst. So I didn't actually complete my full 3 years. I do have 2 years toward that designation, but a certified financial analyst is a very, very highly accomplished and highly trained and educated securities analyst. And those are the ones that then get hired into the Wall Street firms to then become securities analysts that go on to study industries and corporations and then advise the entire financial industry on what companies should be purchased and sold at any one time. Then there's another designation called Certified Financial Planner, CFP, and those people have an additional designation in which they study areas of financial planning, including taxes, insurance, estate planning, and retirement. So a certified financial planner is someone who helps you really create a plan, a very, very intricate plan where you can start today and go year by year by year by year until you pass away. Really, like a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year plan is what a certified financial planner will sit down and help you create. And they are usually compensated either as a lump sum, in a lump sum fashion where you pay them a fee to create this one-time only plan. And then oftentimes a certified financial planner can also be compensated on an ongoing basis if you hire them to execute those plans. So that is called a certified financial planner. But then there's another designation on top of that called wealth management specialists. And what that is referring to is a layer of investment advisory professionals. Usually they are registered investment advisory companies that also have a specialty with taxes, tax specialists. And in other words, it's a registered investment advisory firm that also offers within their umbrella tax specialty advice, as well as estate planning advice, as well as oftentimes business management advice. And it can be very, very complex. And usually that, well, it's called wealth management companies. And those are normally for higher wealth individuals. So usually wealth management companies will work with um, clients that have a minimum of $5 million and up to help manage over time your wealth. So when you start with 5 million, and usually their minimum fees are at least 1% per year. So when you start with 5 million, 1% of that is how much? $50,000 a year. And you can find smaller specialty firms, wealth management firms that have smaller minimum accounts, 1 or 2 million. It's rare. So wealth managers actually take into account those clients, individuals who not only have the kind of wealth that needs to be managed because it's more complex in nature. So you're starting at, 5 million and up. But those are the people who need additional tax planning, additional estate planning. And so wealth management really is an umbrella of companies that deal with all of those complexities for people. Now, that is kind of a explanation of wealth management in a nutshell, and as it relates to the industry, how it's designated. But do you need all of that? It really kind of depends on how much of your current assets that you need help with. There are a lot of women who are self-managing. There are a lot of women who have investment advisors managing their money for them. And in my experience, many women either have an investment advisor managing their money for them, or they are managing their money themselves. And oftentimes, when they have someone managing their money for them, as I used to do, many women feel like they still need some confidence building, because it's oftentimes they'll go into the meetings with the investment advisor and they feel like they don't really understand the conversation. So they don't really understand the impact. They don't really understand the long-term ramifications of some of the advice that they're receiving. They don't know how to filter it. They don't know how to judge what it is that the advisor is advising. Just, it's no fault of their own, except that they've never been exposed to the financial industry before. They've not really had the exposure to the language of money, and they've not really had a lot of experience before. And therefore, they're hiring a money manager to do for them. But there's a tendency for us, I think, and you see if you agree, ladies. Is there a tendency? Do you feel like there's a tendency to kind of become dependent, a little bit dependent? And so that's where I come in. I'm here to help educate you so that you can become a more educated investor. Whether if you do have an investment advisory relationship, which is wonderful, I'm here to help you become a far more confident and educated investor so that you can really have a future that you control. And then for those of you who want to really manage money on your own and really want to learn the ins and outs of investing, once again, I'm going to invite you back, because next week we are opening our doors. I'm opening the Financial Clinic for Women, Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic, starting in March 6th, 7th, and 8th are going to be the first kickoff classes for the next group of ladies. We're going to have the beginners group. And in the beginners group, You start right where you are with what you have. Even if you happen to be in debt, it's okay. That's where you begin. That's where you learn. That's where we're going to start with what I have here called the financial roadmap, which I love, to give you a roadmap to start right where you are and move yourself right where Suzanne is into the savings category, and then to move into the as a professional ace money manager yourself, that you can be managing your money over time, create a solid plan so that your retirement is in order, so that you have plenty of money to outlive your life, and so that you can have a life that you want and fund all your dreams. How does that sound? Suzanne, are you still with me? Does that sound good? Yes, she said, I absolutely love that. That's awesome. And yeah, that's true. Most, it's so true. So, there's a lot of misunderstanding about risk, right? What is risk? And so that the first place that we can start inside the financial clinic is to really help you understand what is risk. How much risk are you taking in any investment? And I'm really happy and proud of you, Suzanne. You stepped up and purchased a very, very solid and almost risk-free, as risk-free as of an investment that is out there in the universe. AAA, Treasury bond, the I bond, and or also there's Treasury and TIPS, which is Treasury Inflation Protection Securities, are also a very wonderful investment. AAA, very low risk, almost no risk. And so good for you, Suzanne. I just want to say Suzanne is my hero today. Special credit to Suzanne. So glad to see you. Thanks for joining me. And every Friday, I'm going to be here with questions to answer your questions, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. It's just been so much fun being with you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you learned something about this big world called finance, all the different designations, the wealth management firm, the registered investment advisory firm, the the different designations, and the chartered financial analysts, and then the financial planners. My goodness, there's someone for everyone. And I'm just happy to be here to help mentor you. My name's Lynn Kitchen, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.